Bam, we're live. Jeez Louise, what's up, dude? You're first. You are first. Oasis. Week in review just as I get into bed. Dreamy. And of course, joining me, Pedro.
Hello.
From Coffee Pods and Wads.
How are you?
How's your overlay card coming for next week's show?
I get my daughter to make it.
Good. How old is she? 4?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. The lady, Lisa Gall from the adaptive, the media director for the adaptive division says, hey, give Pedro my number if he needs help making overlays. I go, so it was shit. She's like, yeah, that thing was a disaster. Thank God.
I can help her with her voiceovers.
Oh yeah, the voiceover was bad on that video, huh?
Yeah. Wheel wad.
Yeah. Hey, what do you think? Because it was a guy with the English accent, it was all messed up, or what? I thought it's because he was hard for me to understand, or there wasn't enough energy in it.
I think it was an English guy trying to sound like an American, or else an American trying to sound like an English guy. There was something off.
It lacks some authenticity. You're suggesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my overlay was shit.
Is this the first Dave Castro week in review you've ever done with me?
No, I used to do them when you did them at like
when we were friends,
8 a.m. or 9 a.m. or something.
Oh, I used to do that.
Then you started doing them in the middle of the night, my end.
Hey, someone told me they're like, hey, this one really sucks. I've never heard anyone say that.
It wasn't good.
Oh, you've seen it already?
Yeah.
Is he just?
There's a couple of good bits, but there's a lot of like, what?
Why is he just not coherent, or he's tired, or what? What's the deal?
He doesn't understand like 4 of the questions.
Oh, okay. Well, then I probably don't understand them either. I'm the first to not understand anything.
Yeah. There it is.
Thank you. Okay.
Do you say God bless you in America? Someone sneezes, no?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
Okay. There we go. What do you think? Did you see the post that the Real Sevan podcast made for let me see if I can find that Instagram for the Taylor Self.
Yeah, the kid that being brought back to life. That was cool.
Yeah, how good is I'm assuming that's Brandstetter, right?
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, that shit is fucking wonderful. Look at that shit.
He'd make a good overlay.
Who, Brandstetter?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he'd make a great overlay. Look at this shit.
So good.
See you Saturday. Matthew 1, Taylor 0. Taylor time to give in that smoke. Run it back, Turbo. Only 3 episodes in and Taylor shit the bed. Taylor did not shit the bed. I thought he killed.
Yeah.
He killed in his performance and in his shit talking on the way up and on the way down. Like he was like the guy in the gangster movies who gets shot, and even though he's dying, he's still like, fuck you.
Yeah. And it only became how apparent, like how fast he was when somebody went fast at him, that you were like, okay, I didn't think anyone was going to go as fast as Taylor did. And then the fact that the other guy went past him was just like, this is nuts.
Yeah, crazy. What? Taylor's live on Glinton and things right now? Is that true? Oh, I'm going to go over there and look in 1 second. Taylor has to do the workout dressed as a zombie or vampire. Matthew got him. Got to get his revenge on Sporty Beth. Matthew back this week. Rest in peace, Taylor. Those promos are good. This guy before Matthew set him up. Matthew finished the job.
Matthew?
Matthew. Oh, Matthew, like isn't like he does meth? That's awesome. Hiller should be brought in as a programming consultant. Wait, isn't he dead already? The dude who beat him should replace Taylor. Just saying. That's a fucking stupid idea. Expect higher loads or gymnastics so that none of the sheep can stand a chance. Yep, fair enough. In fairness, though, episode 3 was the best thing I've seen. I was screaming at the end. Yeah, it was fucking insane.
Oh, you couldn't write it. The guy leaving out the rep, like you couldn't write it.
Yeah,
then and the other guy. My favorite part is that the clip of the guy who wins. The first thing I say is, "Well, he's not going to do it," and then he does.
Oh, right, I know. Fucking, he's like in a Kwanzaa hut or something. Let me see if Taylor's really on. Is he really like? How come I don't know these things? I should have promoted that.
I didn't know either, to be honest.
Glinton things. Oh shit, he is. He is on there.
Do you have to fly immediately back for?
Yeah, I leave next Wednesday to go to Carson. Then I'll fly home on Monday. I'll be home Tuesday, and then we'll drive.
Oh, we
to
fucked you.
Knoxville.
August Link is gonna tell on you.
It's a black square guy.
Sorry, bro. It's okay though. We figured.
Hey, Taylor's been coughing like for 4 or 5 days now.
Yeah, he needs to take something. It's fucking annoying.
Yeah, like some.
It's annoying for me, so imagine how annoying it is for him or Liz.
Yeah.
Oh man, that conversation.
Before that show started, he was like, "I have swine flu." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Are you still doing the show?" And he's like, "Yeah."
Racist. You don't want to be called a homophobe. You don't want to be called like whatever. And it's like,
Who? I feel like I don't know shit again, but man, like if you really believe you're better than someone because of the color of your skin, you're fucked up. And I feel like that's so less common than what people make it is. But maybe I don't know. I mean, no one I surround myself with thinks they're better than that. You know, that's just fucking retarded.
and you can't fearmonger me into like.
You are smarter though than a retarded person. You might not be smarter than someone just because of the color of skin, but if they're clinically retarded, you are smarter than them. I just want to say. And if you're a dude and you're gay, you take more dick than a guy who's straight. That's the premise of the label. Black is the color of your skin is just how you metabolize or your relationship to the sun. But retarded and gay is
how you present yourself.
Yeah, right. If you're black, you have a different response to the sun if you're white. But if you're retarded, you're dumber. And if you're gay, you either get more of the same genitalia you possess than other people in that same category. I mean, that's the premise of the thing.
With emotions, we can't lead with chaos, because that's when you make irrational decisions.
Yeah.
Taking that time to slow down and process what actually is going on, read more, educate yourself more, really see what's going on, and do your very best to protect your kid the best way that you can. But if it's on the news, if it's on Instagram, you say it once. We're talking about it now. All of our phones are here. We're going in our algorithm. That's what we're going to have. We're going to have all of this shit in our stuff, and it just makes you scared. And so when you're scared, you either react and project, or you close.
I like this, the wife's background. Do you like that? I like that framing.
Yeah, it's cool.
It is cool, right? It's like what matters to her kid and her chick.
What matters to me is cardboard boxes and a broken skier.
So you're good. You're not a sanctuary state. We're a fucking sanctuary state. They could take your kid away if you don't want to affirm their fucking gender right now. Yeah, the doctors can make the decision for the kid.
Yep.
What?
I think I just saw in Colorado. I just saw on Instagram.
God, I kind of just want to cancel my show and watch this show.
Is it hard?
We could just review this show.
It's a better show to review. Is it hard to get your kids taken off you in America, or easy? Does it depend by state?
To have your kids what?
Taken off you, like to lose your kids.
Yeah, it definitely depends state by state. I mean, at the rate that they're doing it, there are some states where it's very easy to take your kids from you. I mean,
it's fucking impossible here.
Oh, it is?
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Oh, that's good.
So many hoops to jump through. You know, like when I'm a teacher, so you could have a concern about a kid, and like you could have years of concerns, and it's fucking impossible to even have them looked into, or like to have anyone visit or
basically anyone could. I think basically anyone could report you in the not the CDC child protective CPS child protective services will come to your house and question. But the thing that's happened, and there's tons of documented instances of it, especially in like the really fucked up states like Oregon and Washington, Michigan, New York, is there's instances where a kid goes to school and they say, hey, like a boy will go to school and be like, my parents won't call me by my girl name. And then next thing you know, the state's inserting, and when you go to school, they'll make sure they call you by your girl name. They'll go against your parents' wishes. And then next thing you know, you could be getting on hormone blockers and be on your way to transition.
But not old enough to drink or vote.
Yeah, not enough to, or get a tattoo or get a piercing or all sorts of shit. Not go see an R-rated movie. Yeah, it's wild.
Emotional stuff that you're not teaching our kids that
They can't
stuff.
even read a regular clock.
Yeah, it's
They
crazy.
can't.
Like,
They can't.
so what I know, we always end up getting on this because it's just so ridiculous. And we're in New York and
I want to hear about their thoughts on Kill Taylor.
like running into your homes and taking your house and you can't
That's
get them out of your
crazy,
fucking
too.
house. Like it's like
Bonkers.
what we should I should
Sevan
pull
is
up-
watching us. Hi, Sevan.
Is he really?
Yeah, that's what somebody said.
He's knocking the stream. Fuck you, Sevan. Love
Do you
you.
want to pull up his live stream?
I'll see. Let me see if he's actually
I got it.
Oh,
this is
Nelly.
Inception.
He is.
Fuck
Oh,
yeah.
Nelly.
Fuck that, I'm scared. Ready? Hold on.
Oh, he waved at me.
Busted.
This is crazy.
Motherfucker.
Inception.
Let's talk to him. Hold on. Share screen.
Oh, Nelly.
There you go.
What do you want?
What's up?
There'll be a crazy delay now.
Shut up.
Wow, Peter. Peter.
This
is crazy.
Inception. Let's talk to him. Hold on. Share screen.
Pedro.
Oh,
What's
Nelly.
cracking,
There
homie?
What do you want?
Smile. What's
There'll be a
Nothing.
crazy,
No, wait,
there'll be a
I'm
crazy
not-
delay now.
Shut up.
Wow, Peter. Peter.
That's funny. All right, let me get out of here because I can't.
Let's talk to him.
concentrate.
Hold on.
I have-
Pedro.
Greg, see,
What's
there
cracking,
we go.
homie?
What do you want? We win. We win.
Oh, that was really hard to process.
Drug addict and two lesbians discover Zoom. Oh shit. All right. These fucking guys. All right. What are we doing? Oh, this. Okay, let's just fucking get through this. Then we'll go over there and bug them. You want to? You've seen this already?
Yeah.
Okay. Dave Castro weekend review. Dave's looking good. Looks like he's out doing some hunting. We are at 1.25 speed.
Review
Pedro White from Coffee Pods and Wads. Here we go.
Monday, May 13th. At Rambler 5900.
God, it doesn't feel like 1.25 time.
I watched that 1.5 and it was fine.
What's your opinion on advanced calisthenics and CrossFit events? I remember there was a static hold handstand test for time in the box test, which Katrin won. What are your thoughts on these movements in the games or semifinals? Front lever on pull-up bar for time, straddle planche static hold, the human flag for time on the side of the rig, maybe a bear crawl race. Well, so a bear crawl race, from all of the things you mentioned before, that is the most accessible for most athletes. Some of those other movements you described or talked about there are incredibly challenging, and I'd say some of the athletes probably couldn't even do. Advanced movements, advanced calisthenics and CrossFit events. It's interesting. I think they have their place, and I think they have their time. But
Pedro,
Yeah.
I need him to fix his collar.
It's fucking annoying, isn't it?
Did you
Actually,
notice that?
both of them are wrong.
Yeah.
One of them is like half inverted. The other one is tucked inside altogether.
Oh my God.
they need to be dosed the right way, and it depends on what else is in.
Okay, someone says I need to put the volume up, so I'm going to lower my volume. I lowered my volume, and I'll let Pedro figure out his. Thank you.
Spectrum of programming for that given event. Sometimes it's okay to push the boundaries and bring in some of those movements and play with them, but not all the time, and not if it's going to skew the results of the given test so much that if you can't do that, you won't be able to advance onto other pieces of the workout. Or if you can do that, versus athletes who can't, you have a huge advantage. And let me say it in this regard.
Do you know what's crazy about this sport? Like in soccer, you don't hear them like people aren't like every week there people aren't like asking what if you took 2 pounds of air out of the ball? What if we made the ball bigger? What if we made the court bigger? What if we changed the size of the end zone? What if we made a gay men play against straight men? What if we had a team that was just white guys? What if we had a team that was just black guys? What if we played on a slope? What if we played with a water in the middle, a sand pit? Do you know what I mean? It must get exhausting, just like all the fucking questions just about this stuff, don't you think?
Yeah, I will say though that am I loud enough?
Yeah,
I will say that in soccer, in football, every single game every week they complain about refereeing decisions and they complain about the use of technology. So I think it is like every sport, people just complain. But it must be annoying that he's the one programming it and he's accessible. Like he's making the rules and he's accessible. So
it comes, yeah, I guess you're right. It comes straight to him. More and more, like as I started paying attention to, like, I never complain about boxing or the UFC, but there's so much complaining in that space.
yeah, everywhere. It's just life. People just fucking moan about everything.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
complain about CrossFit
people
stuff.
complaining.
Yeah. Right.
If one athlete or 3 athletes can't do an advanced movement that we add to the games or to a semifinal or to an event, not too big of a deal if there's 30 or 40. If 20 or 30 of them can't do it, but only a few can, probably more of an issue. So
double under
it really
crossovers.
It really depends what your intent.
So only 2 people were able to do it really on the guy side, wasn't it?
I don't
Guy and
remember.
Nick Matthew.
Yeah, but that movement I didn't even like. Did you like that movement?
No, but he's basically saying he didn't like it either.
Yeah. And it's not even just because, I mean, I don't think that's just the only criteria. They don't have speed walking and everyone could do that, but that would be lame too.
Yeah.
And sometimes there might be a point where you don't want 30 or 40 of them to be able to do the movement. But I would say then if that's the case, it needs to be something that's on the tail end of a bunch of other stuff. So you can rank people through all that other stuff and then ding them or highlight their deficiency at the end of it. So it all depends. Human flag for time on the side of the rig. I don't think I'd ever program that. Front lever on pull-up bar for time, really hard to judge, especially as you your body rocks. What are we looking for? Straddle plant, static hold. In general, not a huge fan of the static holds as standalone tests. That being said, you did point out one thing in stage 1 of the semifinals or of the games a couple years ago we did, which was the static handstand hold in the box that Katrin did. At USA 29-14.
You can probably take down that comment.
I think you recently talked about games, athletes, training, and affiliates versus non-affiliated gyms. What are your thoughts about games athletes needing to hold an L1 or higher and require them to take the judges course? I understand that there is a difference between the sport, the games, and the methodology, but I think it might help the athletes understand movement standards and judging if they're required to have some knowledge of the methodology side of things. Some athletes seem to be so disconnected from the roots of CrossFit. I do agree. I think that's a great idea. I don't think it's anything we should dictate or mandate on them. I think it would be great if a majority of the athletes did have their level 1 or higher and they did take the judges course. I imagine more of them have taken the judges course than have been to an L1. I do think as the years have gone on, and I've talked about this before.
Do you know any athletes who have not taken their level 1?
Not off the top of my head. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty, but not off the top of my head. I've heard of athletes getting other people to take their judges course and their online courses in return for cash money.
Really?
Yeah.
Why would they do that? Why would they do that?
Save themselves time. Hey, I'll give you $20.
But they don't have to do it.
Course.
But they don't have to do it.
If they want someone, if it's their gym, I guess, for the judges course or whatever, maybe. I actually don't know why, but I've heard of it.
I think I've had Pat on the show and him say he hasn't taken his level 1.
Yeah, I mean, he's a fucking busy life, though, in fairness. It's the people that are like, I just train for a living.
Dude. But
it's a job, like, and the kid.
I know, but even before he had the kid, it's just weird. It's just weird to me that you wouldn't take your level 1 if you're a CrossFit Games athlete.
Yeah.
You probably wouldn't even have to pay for it. You could probably just call Dave and be like, "Hey, can I get in?" I mean, it's a win-win for everyone. Draw your dagger. Paige Demenza was the only L1 coach in the indie games field last year, I believe. What's the indie games?
In the whole individual field. What?
That's fucking crazy. Really?
That's incredible. I thought it'd be the other way around. I thought it'd be maybe
was
3
Annie
or 4
in the game? Was Annie in the games last year?
Yes.
She's for sure taken her level 1. She was a fucking level 1 instructor.
Yeah. Well, he said or 1 or 2 or 1 of 2. So. And Nick Matthew has him. No, that's wrong. Nick Matthew has one. Annie Thor's daughter has one.
And all the pan checks, I'm sure.
Yeah, the pan checks surely. Yeah, no, that can't be right.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. They should get a bonus at the games if they have their level 1. That's interesting.
You start on +1 points.
The athletes are becoming more and more focused on just the sport side of it and less connected to some of the methodology pieces of it, training in an affiliate, actually being coaches, having a level 1, etc. Some athletes seem to be so disconnected from the roots of CrossFit. Yep, same point we're talking about there. Good idea. I like it. But I don't think it's anything we're going to mandate. I highly encourage all games athletes or CrossFit athletes or CrossFit enthusiasts in general take level 1, but definitely can't mandate it.
What do you think that pink bucket is back there?
I feel like it's got like fucking chicken feed or something in it. Something for outside. He's literally just walked in from doing like a job and he's just sitting down. He hasn't even fixed his fucking jacket and he's just sitting down.
Yeah, you think that is that white line there a crack in the bucket, or is that like a handle?
I think it's a a pouring spout and the light is reflecting differently off that than the rest of the bucket.
Oh. Okay.
This is the spiciest week in review. Bucket in review.
Hey, dude, I think that bucket is full, 3/4 full. Like, I feel like I can see it's darker at about the halfway. I'd say at the 3/7 line. No, 3/5 line. 3/5 full.
Of what? Like olives?
Oh, maybe. Good point. Yeah.
Stephen Dix 8042. Why are you restricting people who can message you on Instagram? CrossFit is going to die if it does not up its game, especially in the media circle. Not showing the Friday games, the semifinals, sad and extremely disappointing as well. Crap. Thank the Lord God for Mayhem and their media department. Piss poor Dave. Up your game.
What the fuck?
Can you imagine walking up to someone on the street and saying like, "Hey, I wanted to ask you a question about." Like,
yeah, Stephen Dix, like, get back on the Adderall, dude. Like, what kind of fucking question is that? Like, why are you restricting people? Thank God for Mayhem.
Piss poor
Up your
Dave.
game. Yeah.
Why are you restricting people who can message you on Instagram? I don't even know what that means.
I don't know what that means
I don't even know
either.
how to do that. I'm not restricting people who can message me on Instagram. You can message me on Instagram. That doesn't mean I'm going to see it. Or...
That I hate presuppositions. I hate them.
Read it. I get a fuck ton of Instagram messages on my big account. I will say I block people. If I see something stupid or something I don't like, I block people all the time. Why do I block people? People are really critical of me for blocking people. It's my page, it's my account. If you talk shit once, you're showing a tendency to be disrespectful, and you're probably going to continue that pattern of behavior. So therefore, I don't want you to live or to have access to my page, and so that's why
I don't want you to live.
Again, that's different than
yeah. What did that mean? Did he really say that?
Yeah, I think he meant live on my page.
Are really critical of me for blocking people. It's my page, it's my account. If you talk shit once, you're showing a tendency to be disrespectful, and you're probably going to continue that pattern of behavior. So therefore, I don't want you to live or to have access to my page, and so that's why I block people. Again,
what do you think he's trying to say there?
I think he's just saying, if you act like a prick, I'm going to block you. I'm not going to give you a second chance because I don't have time. Draw Your Dagger Ryan is actually on the website, and he's saying Spencer Panchik doesn't have his, and his is out of date. So like,
that doesn't. Yeah, I don't think it matters if they're out. Of,
I don't think
it matters if it's out of date. But I'm sure Spencer's taken his level 1, dude. I'm sure.
He gave it. So
yeah, Nanny taught it. Who said that?
Ryan.
Draw Your Dagger. You know that guy's real name?
Yeah, Ryan. He's an affiliate owner. He's a good guy.
Oh. Mike Poolboy. People are so dumb. Dave should just change the name of the show to When Dumbasses Ask Dumbass Questions.
Oh, wait to hear the next one.
CrossFit. Tism Dix definitely sends similar messages to plenty of famous athletes, has convos with himself in the messages. I don't get that. Okay, here we go.
I think the last guy is the type of guy that will just set like barrage people with messages and just, that's what he's saying.
Oh, okay.
Different than restricting people who can message you on Instagram. That's not the case. I don't even know how I would do that. And then the rest of this, I don't like your tone. Someone to move on. Tipping at Real CrossFit.
Amazing. Does he know that's funny? Did he do that on purpose? Like, hey, I'm gonna restrict your like. I don't know what it means to restrict your messaging. I'm restricting your messaging.
Yeah, I like that's just classic Dave, though. I love it. Even the fact that he said, "I don't like your tone."
I like this. I like that at keeping it real. Keeping it real, not keeping it real, keeping it real. Serious question. Wouldn't you rather Hiller have released the workouts once we're at that point? From his perspective, not knowing if CrossFit would release them early, isn't it better that Hiller did that than no one? I don't understand what you're saying there. I understand you don't love the way he does things, but I mean, your boy Sevan was right there too, taking Hiller's motivation at face value. Since we aren't mind reading,
Why would you? What the fuck?
I knew you'd like this one.
What the fuck? Do you see? By the way, there's so many. There's about a dozen of you that like you think I like you, but I fucking hate you. But I just never say anything to you about it because you do things like that. Like, what benefit does that have to drag me in? Like, what fucking benefit? Someone asked Dave for a friend of mine asked Dave for access to something the other day. This is when I say the other day, I mean within the last 3 years. And Dave said no because of X, Y, and Z. And the first thing this person said back to Dave was, well, Sevan does X, Y, and Z. It's like, you fucking idiot. That's like your kid getting caught for fucking stealing chocolate from you, and you spank your kid, and he's like, well, Johnny did it.
Oh, like
and then your brother gets
fucking
spanked too. Are you a fucking idiot?
That's
Like, you'll never be on my level if you do that. I'm so fucking socially more advanced than you. You're like a 3-year-old and I'm like a 7-year-old. You fucking cocksucker. Go ahead.
That's like, I teach 8 and 9-year-olds, and it's taken me. I started working with the class in September, and it's now May, and I've just gotten them to stop doing that. Stop like throwing each other under the bus. And the only way I got them to stop doing it was by publicly humiliating them for doing it. Be like, hey, is that like, are you guys happy with the fact that he's doing that? That he's about to get in trouble, and his response is to drag you guys in or to drag that guy in or whatever.
You thought that you were going to tell me he did it so it was going to make everything better? Is that because I don't believe that for a second. Hey, and just so you know, everybody, and I've told you this a million fucking times, I called Dave and pass things by Dave. Dave, I check in with fucking Dave. I am not a free man. I check in with Dave. Before I did that fucking show, and I've told you this, guys, a million times about my relationship with him, before, he's my fucking buddy, and I'm not going to fucking bury him. Before I did that show, I checked in with him. You guys get it? You guys get it? You don't even have to, when you think of my relationship with Dave, you can just call him my daddy. I'm completely fucking biased. Hashtag check in with Dave. Yeah. I saw what Hiller posted. I fucking called Dave up. I'm like, hey, you see this shit? He goes, yeah. I said, I'm going live in 15 with it. He goes, uh-huh. And I go, are you pissed? And he's like, do what you got to do, dude. Think I'm going to like, fuck you. Just pisses me off. But even if you didn't know that, which I know a lot of you do who've been around for a while, because I talk about it regularly, there's no point in dragging me into that. There's no like I understand thinking that, like, I wonder why he's mad at Hiller and not at Sevan, even though he was never mad at Hiller anyway for that. Dave takes full responsibility. He's not blaming Hiller for the fucking release. You jackass. Okay, here we go. I want to listen to that one more time. See if I got it all purged out of my system.
I don't think you did.
No. See if I'm all better.
Point from his perspective, not knowing if CrossFit would.
Oh, you want to know the truth about this penis? This is actually Dave's penis here. A perfect mold of it. That's why I have it. That's why it's brown and not black.
Olive colored.
Olive colored, yeah. I think people misinterpret the Dave Hiller thing. Oh, you're
incredibly accurate.
Yeah. You are so true. when Dave gets on here and he's like, I'm not going to promote Hiller, and everyone's like, oh, that's fucked up. Dave's not going to promote Hiller. It's like, dude, he just promoted Hiller by saying that. Like, do you not see? This isn't fucking checkers.
It's a game.
Yeah. It's a low stake game. Low stake game.
Him early. Isn't it better that Hiller did that than no one? I don't understand what you're saying there. I understand you don't love the way he does things, but I mean, your boy Sevan was right there too, taking Hiller's motivation at face value. Since we aren't mind readers, wasn't. I don't even know. There was nothing up with Hiller. I wasn't being critical. I was just saying he does what he's doing what he does, and I was also saying he is a joker. I don't understand what your point is. At ING Mark Ron.
Dan Guerrero, y'all realize that we couldn't fill a high school lacrosse arena. That's not that many people involved.
Fell 6174. So when they give the win to the wrong boxer, do they change the result the day after? Okay, so let's fucking talk this one through. Clearly very different things. One's an in-person event with in-person judges and a referee, and then the other is an online competition that we're running.
What's that in reference to? I understand the boxing thing. Was someone given the wrong
quarterfinal penalties after the fact, after they do the workout, and they're saying like, well, if you have a boxing match and the boxing wrong person wins, they don't change the result. It's like, right, let's compare apples and oranges because they're both fruit.
Well, they will in boxing. What they do is you can protest to the commission. So like I've seen this happen before. So there's a fight, dude gets kicked in the head, gets knocked out, loses the fight. And then the guy who got knocked out and got kicked in the head will then go to the commission and be like, hey, I had my hand on the ground when I got kicked in the head, and it's illegal to kick a guy in the head when he has his hand on the ground. And then they've overturned that. They don't change who won the fight, but they'll call it like a draw or something.
Yeah.
What's Pedro's favorite fruit? They don't have fruit in Ireland.
Is that like a vegetable? Or?
We've used this model.
You don't. I'll show you when you come to the States.
If we want fruit, we peel our potatoes.
Hey, are you coming to the West Coast semifinal?
No, I'm coming to the games and I'm going to SoCal.
Oh, in September for the tier thing.
Yeah.
Oh shit, you're way planned out ahead. Okay. How you could in the middle of this show right now? Your wife could have a baby, right? That's how far along you are.
Theoretically, yes, any day now.
Do you remember when I accidentally released your wife was pregnant on the show and no one was supposed to know?
Yep.
All right.
I think about that sometimes.
Now, and again, boxing's been around for over a century in its current form, and for millennia in the art of two men fighting each other. All that being said, I saw a fight this weekend where they did give the win to the wrong fucking boxer, and then they had to reread the scorecards and they gave it to the right boxer. And so it was a clusterfuck. It was a shit show, but they made a huge mistake after the fight. It was two females fighting and they gave the win to the wrong one.
God, and dude, one of the females is an OnlyFans girl, and now she's a world champion. You should have seen it, Pedro. Holy raccoli.
Raccoli.
At Kelly Cavalli 82. LOL. Hiller clearly got under your skin, and you do obviously care. Otherwise, you haven't talked about it so long calling you the Joker. Just own it. CrossFit is still doing things wrong. I don't care if you allegedly reviewed 1,000 videos. That equals what, 166 per region? I mean, that's not good enough when people get pushed out of qualifying position. If you don't review the people now ahead of them, it's just wrong. He didn't get under my skin. Last week, I reported on how it all went down, and he put it out. And I said, because it's like in the Joker that he said he was a dog chasing a car. I made that comparison. That he did it, and ask other people who've asked me about this. I don't care that he posted them. He just did what he does. I care more that they were leaked than the fact that he posted. I would be disappointed if he had them and didn't post them. How about that? It's just how he does his thing. So he did not get under my skin. Are you ready for you to?
Do you believe that?
Yeah.
Me too. I was watching his lips. They didn't get thin. He pulled it off, I think.
But I think that's a big statement as well.
What?
The questions so far have been so shit, but that statement says a lot it should answer a lot of people who are saying what we were talking about of like, oh, he hates Hiller. Oh my God, he won't promote whatever. That he's saying like, no. First of all, he made reference to Hiller as the Joker, which plays to Hiller's favor because Hiller loves Batman and that's his whole shtick. So he like made a specific reference towards something that he's fond of a comparison that he'd find favorable. He also is incredibly accurate as well. He is a dog like chasing a car. He also said that he would be disappointed if Hiller had the workouts and didn't share the workouts. And he's more pissed off at the fact that somebody got the workouts outside of the group that should have had them in the first place. So all of that says that Hiller was dead right to do what he did and should continue to do what he's doing. That's how I hear that.
He should be pissed they leaked. Did we ever find out if there were any repercussions for that? Was anyone fired or yelled at, or did we hear?
I doubt it would ever go publicly anyway.
Sevan, Garrett told us to tell you to eat a dick. You tell Garrett that I'm as likely to eat a dick as she is. All right.
For the last 9 weeks or so, Heidi has been mocking my lack of lamp. So I just want to tell her to shut the fuck up because I have a lamp. So
is that real or is that just for show?
No, it's a real lamp. Like turn it up, turn it down. It's got a little weight on the end of it.
That's your. We have to increase your. That's your product. That's your unique look that you have, the Pedro.
I actually have a fucking full like light box.
Oh shit!
I literally got this because I can conveniently move it to show her to shut her the fuck up. Like
I like how you can bring tools in. You brought in 2 lights. I brought in a penis. I'm winning.
Rock. Dave, I have a ton of respect for you. I believe you tell the truth and mean what you say. I challenge you and or HQ to set up the workouts and judge an athlete that is out of the running for the games, video it and put it out there for the world to see how accurate it truly can be. I don't understand this one either. Maybe something's up with me today.
Challenge you. As soon as I hear someone say that, it's like when people say you can do better. Like, who the fuck are you?
Do you think he picked these comments deliberately? I know he said he just kind of goes in and picks the top, whatever.
Like he hates himself and he just picked all the worst ones.
Like he was in a bad mood and he's like, I'm not going to answer a genuine question about the quarterfinals or about semifinals. So let me just pick these ones I don't understand.
That one's horrible too.
I'm not understanding a lot of what's being said. At Gucci Reed 1, seems like athletes are treating the CrossFit rulebook as if it's a democracy. The reality is that athletes voluntarily sign up for competition and agree to the rules as they are written. Unfortunately, there's lack of ownership and victim mentality across the community at times. As you said, CrossFit executed on the rules they had written and continued to evaluate for improvement in seasons to come. Well, thank you for that. At Ben Tanner 8797, hey Dave, I brought some leather coasters from you and they are amazing. Although I feel like I need a manly drink to set on them other than my morning coffee. Do you have any whiskey recommendations? I don't have any whiskey recommendations right now. I'm pretty I like to experiment. I try a lot of different things. I'm newer to whiskey drinking, so I don't think I have it as developed taste to have some great recommendation that's going to be profound. But just experiment, have fun with it. I will say the leather coasters, I don't have any currently available on the site. Thank you for the purchase. I'm glad you enjoy them. I do have olive oil still. So if you guys are looking for olive oil, extra virgin, organic olive oil, locally sourced, I have some available. And I have some belts. I made some leather belts.
There's Doug.
Oh, yeah. Look, did Doug stop at the bucket?
No, just kind of walk past it.
I got one of these cans. This thing's massive, by the way. If you want enough olive oil for the fucking rest of your life, get one of those. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I bought olive oil on one of the little keychain things. I got shipped to JR, and then he sent it to me, and it still hasn't gotten here. And he sent it like 4 weeks ago.
Holy shit! I wonder if it's gonna get stopped at the border. I don't own one of these belts. I can't. These don't last very long. Oh,
okay. So these leather belts are not pre-cut as you order.
Damn! Did you hear that?
Yeah. What do you mean they don't last long?
Because
I purchased some new leather from Springfield Leather Company. It's
like it cracks or something.
Say that again.
What do you mean it doesn't last? Oh, they don't last long on the website.
They don't last long on the store. Yeah. Those fuckers sell fast. Those fuckers sell fast. I wanted to see if he had any in stock. I guess he does still have some in stock. It's so weird that he does this, but fuck. I guess
I got some paper. I got some Paper Street coffee delivered today too.
Wow. Look at you.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if Doug actually drinks the water.
Actually, I'm wearing one. Ugh. Leather
Oh.
belts with titanium hardware, so that's kind of unique. The buckles titanium and the screws, the Chicago screws, that's what these are called, are titanium. And then so I take a big piece of a big hide. This batch, not this one, but the current batch that's on the site is from Herman Oak leather. Herman Oak is a tannery that's been around for over a century, and they're known for high quality leather. So I take a big hide, then I cut the straps, and then I finish the edges, and then I mount the hardware, cut the holes to mount the hardware. And so I have this all set up, and it's a big long strap. And then when you order it, you have to watch a video. There's a very specific way for ordering this belt. You just don't order your pant size. You have to basically measure from right here, from this point, all the way down to the hole you most commonly wear on a belt. Give me that length, and then I go and I cut the tail end off, and then I cut the 5 holes. So
Do you think?
Oh God, that's
hardware.
a pain in the ass. That would make it right there, so I wouldn't order one.
Do you think if someone sends him their waist size, do you ever think he looks like you fat piece of shit? And like when he's punching.
I should text him. What's the longest belt you've ever sold? Let me see. What's the longest belt you have sold?
And did you judge them?
And did you judge? No, I better not. What if he tells me yes?
Someone asked, did I pay customs on the coffee delivery? I did, but it was only like $5 or something, like insignificant.
God, that sucks that every time we send you guys stuff that you have to, what's that called? VAT?
Customs import duty or something.
Oh, I said, what's the longest belt you've sold? He said, not sure, not long though.
Jeez, he replied very quickly. You guys must be tight.
Maybe 40 inches.
How many hours sleep do you get a night?
6.
How many do you think he gets?
8.
Like, where the fuck does he have time to do? Like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna start making some belts. Like, he has kids and shit, doesn't he? And he travels a lot with CrossFit.
Yeah. He does. I asked him that too. He basically does them in batches, right? So he'll have a day off and he'll just go in there and fucking get to work on it. You know what I mean? He does them in small batches. Ask him how small a belt. Oh, okay. I can ask him that. What's the smallest? Should I ask him? Has anyone ever hung themselves with one of your belts?
What's that auto asphyxia? What's the thing where you jerk off when you put a belt around your neck?
Yeah, I think you had it right. Auto
asphyxiation. Ask him if anyone's done that.
Here it comes. I got the 3 dots. What's the smallest? Oh, 32. All right. I nap in the middle of the day. Do you nap? I nap.
No, I don't fucking nap.
I nap. I'm a napper. God, I got old. Fuck me.
Saying auto asphyxiation wasn't on my bingo card for today.
No. Hey, when do you get into your new studio?
It's being, I don't know, you guys don't do this, I don't think. It's being skimmed like tomorrow, you know, like where they plaster. You guys just kind of patch it and then paint it, don't you? Like plasterboard or drywall.
Yeah, they put drywall up.
So we have drywall and then they tape it and then they cover it all with like basically like really sloppy concrete and it turns like into a plaster.
Yeah. Is it bumpy?
No, it's like a mirror. It's crazy smooth. Okay. And then you paint that mirror. So it's being, the guy that's doing it said he's about halfway done. And he
Why do you guys do that for insulation? Why do you do that?
I don't know, because Will sent me a picture of his room before it was painted, and I was like, "That's not plastered," and he was like, "No, that's what we do, though." So I don't know why. And the drywall looks exactly the same as one we use, so they're just fleecing us for money, the fuckers. So yeah, it's going to be dry. It'll be like finished tomorrow, ready to paint on Thursday, and then I'm going to move all the shit from here out to there. Probably over the weekend.
Do you have a lot of outlets in there?
Yeah, I designed it basically, so I got to put like whatever. Sure. So there's like 2, you know, like normal plug socket in each corner, and then one of the corners has 4. So that's the corner that has to be. And then I was like, oh, is it possible where's the guy taking the power from that's going out there? And he said, oh, your current gym. And I was like, oh, fuck, that's where my router is. I was like, can you bring a broadband cable out from like with the power? So they got piped internet going out there too.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
All right, will you carpet it?
No, I've got gym mats ordered. Like they're here. I just haven't put them down yet.
Will that be good enough so it's not echoey? Are those good like sound?
Yeah, it's going to be fairly full of like equipment and stuff, but I think the wall and like directly in front of me, the kind of corner I'll be in, I'm going to put like those kind of pads, kind of squishy pads or whatever on the wall.
Will it be freezing in there in the winter?
I got a heater and it's really well insulated.
Damn.
I'm really excited about it.
Do you turn your computer off when you're not using it?
Yeah, I see. I really want to get an Apple, like the mini Mac or whatever.
The studio.
I don't think I'd need a studio, but like, the small,
Like
you can get the little.
Oh, yeah.
Square one. Because at the minute, everything, like, so my laptop connects to everything. So then if I did 2 little 10-minute recordings earlier on this morning or after work. And in between, my laptop went into sleep mode. So then my Rodecaster, like when I went back into StreamYard, my Rodecaster wasn't being set. So I had to turn off my Rodecaster, unplug it, turn it back on, plug it back in to get it going again. So I'd love to just have something that's there all the time and I can just shake the mouse to start it instead of plugging everything in, plugging everything out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's after I recover financially from the building. I'll consider that.
And then what would you do for a second monitor if you got a Mac Mini? You just have to get a second monitor too?
Yeah, well, I have the monitor you got me.
Okay.
And then I'd have the laptop, I guess. I don't know. The monitor you got me is fucking massive. I don't think I'd need a second one, would I?
I don't know. I like having a lot of monitors. How big is it?
Is
it 32 inches or 27 inches?
32, I'd say.
Oh, so you could have 2 screens open.
Yeah, easily. Especially when until you got me this, I was basically working on my laptop. So,
do you use an external hard drive?
If I'm doing, if I record stuff, I transfer from an SD card onto an external hard drive, and then I just leave it there and plug it in and out of my laptop when I'm editing or whatever.
Because I'm looking at Mac Mini. Oh, we should do this later, but fuck it, whatever. It's my show. A Mac Mini is a good Mac Mini is the same price as a Mac Air and a Mac Mini are basically the same price.
What's a Mac Air laptop? Is it Air?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. You might as well just get a new laptop.
No, but I have a new laptop.
What do you mean new?
I bought it when I was at the games.
That's not new.
I bought this because you fucking bullied me into buying it, and now you're telling me it's not good enough.
It's not. Okay, enough Apple talk. Okay, here we go.
Do it for fun. It's a cool way to express some of the creativity. It's a good creative outlet for. I enjoy making things like this and doing this. And then since I had the olive oil site, I decided to start selling some leather stuff on there. I've been doing leather for a while, giving stuff to friends, etc. Anyway, so that took a crazy turn. At Living Big One, hey Dave, I appreciate the level of ownership taken during the quarterfinals workouts. Upholding the standards is more important than individuals' feelings. I hope you have a team as devoted and thoughtful to the methodology and sport supporting you. Any chance you will be at any of the semis? Cheers. We do have a great team. We have a great team working on all aspects of this, not only in sport, but throughout CrossFit. And I am very privileged to work with them and honored to serve.
I don't think that's true. I don't think that they have great teams working everywhere.
Of ownership taken during the quarterfinals workouts. Upholding the standards is more important than individuals' feelings. I hope you have a team as devoted and thoughtful to the methodology and sport supporting you. Any chance you will be at any of the semis? Cheers. We do have a great team. We have a great team working on all aspects of this, not only in sport, but throughout CrossFit. And I am very privileged to work with them and honored to serve them and the community. At Chico Quesada. Oh, and will I be at any of the semis? So I was supposed to go to the European semi.
That's not true. And they're privileged to work with him. Thank you.
I told Daniel Chaffee, who's running the French Throwdown, I would be there. Been trying to make it work, but not going to make it. Bosman will be going out to Europe, but I won't be able to go. I am actually leaving tomorrow morning. I was supposed to leave today, but the trip had to get pushed. I'm leaving tomorrow morning to Fort Bragg, and I'll be in Fort Bragg, or what do they call it now? I forgot. For the week. I'll be there for a few days with some of our Army efforts that we have that are ongoing. Oh, and then I will go to the 2 North America semis. So I'll be at Knoxville, and I will be in Carson. So if you have not purchased your tickets yet or made plans to go to the semifinals, tickets are still available for both events.
Oh, also I'll see him. That's cool.
Next week, okay, this is at Chico Quesada. Next week, I'm coming to hear Dave.
Hey, want me to ask him if he'll drive down? Hey, I am driving down to Carson on Wednesday. Want to ride with me?
Ask him if
Well, he's gonna be like, "Fuck you." This one's not gonna be as kind.
when he's making when he's putting the holes in the belt. Is it faster to use a little tool to do it, or is it easier to use his teeth and think about the great team he has surrounding him at CrossFit?
That's funny. I was actually going to start typing. No. I'm going to Carson. Can I carpool with you all? Yeah, totally. You can't come. I don't know if you can come back with me, but you can definitely go down with me.
Mike also asked if he was in Ireland and wanted to say he just masturbated. Is it appropriate to say I just pulled me handle off? No, it's not, Mike. No, it's not.
Hey, when he next time, did he talk to A-Rod this round? Remind me next time he's on the show, someone to ask him about A-Rod.
Yeah.
I'm going to Carson on Wednesday by myself. So if anyone wants to drive down with me, you're welcome. Not anyone. That's not true.
If you think that comment applies to you, he doesn't mean you.
Yeah, but definitely you could. Pool boy, I'd love to have you come with me. All right, here we go.
Talking about Jesus. I'm not going to talk about it. Next week, okay, this is at Chico Quesada. Next week, I'm coming to hear Dave talking about Jesus. I'm not going to talk about him on this one. I'll leave it there. At Demothesis. When you finish reading the Bible, maybe a podcast with Greg Amundsen in some form or fashion would be a great way to organize your thoughts through conversation. I would love to have a conversation with Greg Amundsen on the topic. Definitely not ready to do a podcast on it. That's I need to organize my thoughts way more before I can talk about this topic on a podcast. This is like, I'm super entry level right now. I'm in the beginning journey of learning about and studying some of this stuff. So on that boxing match I was talking about earlier, that was a undercard. It was 2 female.
Do you go to church?
No, I used to until I was about 15 or so.
Else who fought undercard of Lomachenko. Lomachenko fights.
No, I was just going to say on Christmas Day, obviously that's a big day for church. I refused to go to church. I said, no, like, what's the point? I don't believe in God, so what's the point? And my dad said, if you don't go to, we call it Mass. He said, if you don't go to Mass, you don't get any Christmas dinner. The fucker held out till 11 p.m.
Oh, wow. Oh, you didn't go?
No, I was like, it's just so stupid. Like, it makes no difference to me. Me going begrudgingly.
I know, but just to go with your parents. Just go with your parents.
I went with my parents for like 15 years and then.
Just go with your parents for fun.
I do plenty for them. Don't worry.
Okay, fine. You do. Fine. Who am I? Don't tell me what to do.
This weekend, it was really cool to see him fight and dominate his opponent. So hopefully he can come back in the scene and have some other big fights. Anyway, Murph's coming up. Don't forget to sign up. Service Cup. Don't forget to sign up for Murph at the Murph Challenge website. Donate, support the Michael Murphy Foundation through the Murph Challenge. Also, the Service Cup is coming up too at the end of the month. If you have not signed up yet, sign up for another chance to compete with me. And we have some pretty cool shirts available through that, through signing up for that competition. And again, with the Service Cup, you don't have to have done the Open. So anyone can sign up for it, and you can measure up against like ability people in your occupation, in a certain number of occupations. And then finally, as I mentioned before, once again, semifinals coming up. So be sure to get tickets. And also the age group online semifinals are closing today. So pretty soon we'll actually have our first batch of athletes who are slated to go to the CrossFit Games. And their event will be in Birmingham later in the year after the CrossFit Games, because this is the first year where we've separated the age groups from the CrossFit Games. All right. That's it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Oh my goodness. Who gives a shit? Hey, good job, Dave. Thank you. Thank you for addressing us. I know that some people do give a shit, so I appreciate you giving them a little sustenance too. What was he talking about? Oh, what the fuck are the service games and who's doing them and how do you sign up? What do you have? If you
go to Rogue, it's through them with Beyond the Whiteboard and CrossFit, and it's like teachers, nurses, doctors, military, first responders, like there's all different categories you can put yourself in, or coach or affiliate owner.
A guide to the 2024 CrossFit Service Open and Service Cup. Learn more about the service. Okay, I'm calling all service members. The Service Open celebrated who selfishly. Now it's time for the second stage of it. The Service Cup will be virtual competition. But what is it? Oh, okay, here it is. They can compete against peers in their professions for fun or for bragging rights. Why not both? And the title of fittest in their profession. Is this being first competition starts Thursday, June 6th. Register now.
So I think it's like $10, and then it's like whatever, $30 to get a t-shirt, and the t-shirt says your thing on it. You know, you can get like a first responder t-shirt, a military t-shirt, whatever.
All for $10?
No, for whatever extra. You know, it's
$10 entry fee in the competition, $35 gets you entry in official CrossFit Service Cup t-shirt. Why doesn't CrossFit do this? Can you get a t-shirt when you sign up for the Open?
Yeah.
Oh.
What was annoying to me is that it's $10, and then in the UK it's £11, which is like
$20, $19,
$15 or something, and then in Ireland it's like €12, €13 or something. So it's like $15. It's kind of like fuck you.
Okay, so is this a Rogue event or a CrossFit event?
It's CrossFit, but Rogue are running it. They're doing the back end stuff, I guess. And Beyond the Whiteboard, you have to put your scores into Beyond the Whiteboard, I think.
And the workouts are already set. Workout 1, workout 2, workout 3.
Oh fuck! I didn't realize that.
And then
I wonder is that a leak?
And there's a rule book. Oh, it's short.
You're not sharing the right screen now.
Oh shit! Okay, fine. Thank you. Anyway, I wonder if that's going to be a popular event.
It's replacing what was the fucking thing that they got rid of? What was the actual name of it? Oh,
occupational games.
Yeah. It seems to be just replacing that, right?
Dude, that's incredible. I need to have you on the show more. Normally, I never think of stuff before anyone. That's amazing.
You just call me stupid.
Something retarded. Okay, awesome. Oh, let's see if Taylor's still on with Clinton. Nope. You want to watch the Donald Trump rally? It's live.
You never ask. You know they opened a portal between New York and Dublin.
I saw that.
What? Like so fucking
live.
And there I read a headline today that said Dublin City Council to change rules and parameters around portal after unethical displays.
Like, that's awesome.
How long did that take? A day before someone got their dick out.
I wonder if there's a live. I wonder if on YouTube, you would think there would be live, right? Live from the portal.
Yeah.
What's it called? Live Dublin, New York portal?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's basically just a Zoom call. Like portal is definitely the wrong word.
Damn, that sucks that they don't have a live.
Yeah, it'd be cool to see the two like circles.
Yeah, this thing's cool. New arts installation connects New York City to Dublin.
Someone put their phone in front of it with a video of the Twin Towers being hit. Well, that sounds very Irish. So that wouldn't surprise me.
Someone, wow. Is that hate speech?
Hate display? Hate meme?
All right, thank you. Everyone, thank you. Tomorrow morning, Sarah's Sigmundsdottir, Justin Kotler, 7 a.m.
That's gonna be good.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I think so too. Talk to you guys later. Pedro, thank you. Coffee pods and wads.